Greetings from the great state of Texas. I'm Anna, and today I'm going to make a festive crown. My inspiration is royalty, of course. Here is one version of crown. It's probably my favorite, but it also has the most cutting. You'll need somebody with fine motor skills for this one. Here is a smaller princess version with pearls. And the third has rhinestones and ribbon. If you like this video, you can find the directions and supply list and templates at the end. Ready to get started? Let's do it. To make today's festive crown, you'll need these supplies: colored cardstock, printed cardstock, crown template, sequin, rhinestones, pearl dots, glitter ribbon. Some of these are optional depending on how you will decorate your crown. Alright, these are my original templates and they fit 12 by 12 cardstock. This is a little large for most heads, so don't worry about it if you're working with 8.5 by 11 cardstock. It works. You just need to adjust it slightly, and you'll be cutting off some anyway, so it won't matter. Alright, I've chosen this color. I'm going to use glitter ribbon and sequins to decorate it with. And for this one, the princess crown has 3 pieces. It has the headband and then an insert for the top. I'm going to use the gray glitter ribbon and 1 rhinestone. Whenever I use something like this and there's a flat edge, I always back it up to the edge. It saves me a cut. Now that it's in place, I'm just going to trace it. Now on this top one, you'll have to be sure and make your bottom line as well. Whoops. Now I'm going to cut everything out. Sometimes the big scissors work best, sometimes the little scissors work best. You decide. But you want it to follow the pattern as closely as possible. Alright, still cutting my pieces out. Okay, now I have my paper for my 2 crowns. I am not going to make this crown today. I will have the template at the end of the video, but if you have trouble printing it, you could always go visit that burger place that gives the crowns away. Okay, I have both of my pink crowns, and I didn't plan it that way, but pink is my favorite color, so it doesn't surprise me. Now this one I'm going to keep simple. You can see my pencil marks where I cut out, so you are going to turn it over so we don't see any pencil marks. Okay, keeping it simple in the front, I'm just adding a simple rhinestone in the very middle. Now I've cut one piece, and now I'm going to cut my second piece for the crown. Now I'm going to cut it a little short because I know I don't need the full crown length. Okay, now I've got to find where I'm going to mesh these up. This looks good here. And again, I'm going to use rubber cement because it doesn't wrinkle the paper. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit here. And I'm placing it so that it matches the shape. This time I'm going to put it on this entire part. I drew these by hand, so they're not exactly symmetrical, but close enough. Now I'm going to let that one dry, but I have my pieces. And I'll probably piece them together. One will be in the front section, and I'll cut the other 2 depending on the length. All right, now for this one, I'm also going to use the ribbon. So I'm going to cut the front piece full. And my back piece I'll wait and cut once I know the length. I'm going to use some sequins on this, but I'm going to keep it kind of simple. For the sequins I will use glue because rubber cement is hard to do. Don't forget to turn it over because I'm seeing pencil mark. So I think what I'll do is put the big ones in the big one and the little ones in each one of the little dips. Okay, I'm also going to use the Elmer's glue to glue the glitter ribbon. Okay, as you can see, I have finished decorating. I always say I'm going to leave them simple, but if not more bling on a crown, when would you bling? Okay, now I'm ready to piece them together. I'm going to do this one first, and as you can see, it lines up like this. So I'm going to use the rubber cement. And coat this part. Now, I do not have a child around to use the head to measure, so I'm going to use a styrofoam head. Ideally, it would sit on top, much like this. And as you can see, I have quite a bit of extra paper, depending on the size. I think this size looks pretty good, so I'm going to cut it right here. So I'm going to put rubber cement here. And bring it together. Okay, to help dry and so it doesn't pop apart, I'm going to paper clip where I have the rubber cement so it can dry. If this isn't dry, I'll have to do it here too, but it looks like it's dry now. So again, I want to measure. And I have plenty of extra paper. This is why I tell you not to worry if you're working with 8.5 by 11. Okay, I'm going to cut that off and leave one extra for gluing. Now I'll put the rubber cement on this part. Fold it over. And again, use a paper clip to make sure it stays in place. And now I can finish this. This time I'm going to put it along my paper because I don't have the correct measurement. So I'll just put a line of glue around and meet the other piece. Line this up. Press it around and make one cut. Close it, maybe press it, and let it dry. Okay, our festive crowns are finished. I'm wearing mine. My friend is wearing hers. And until next time,